Yeah. You're in the...
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Now Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2nd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down. Here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. but we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Now the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Brady. Touchdown! Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Vikings will add to their first-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a dump off here complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by... And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the the second drive, and of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the prep.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Vikings are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens. Although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Burrow. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Here we go. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive it was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection. That time is a sacking for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Easy.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. He could not pull it in. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Boy, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He's got Hooper on the out route. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals get a bit closer. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and Yeah, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Vikings continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 30 on second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Play action, now it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Couldn't connect. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Burrow's throw into the hands of Hooper. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. Nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. That's a room to run now. There he goes again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. McPherson on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Hey, that's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lets it fly for Thielen. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Brady now on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had...
Touchdown, Vikings! 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Vikings will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get into the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love it.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 30 on second down, Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Running the slant, that's Hooper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That pass taken in by Burks. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a ball going to be intercepted yet again. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
You know, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Vikings are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody don't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, That's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No. Okay.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in.
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase from 8 yards out. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Lets it fly for Thielen. They've got his man complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A big play that time through the air. 59 yards. Brady going to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.